cause I'm shining. They ain't seen it when I'm young, out here grinding. It's okay, yeah. Either way, young, getting paid, yeah. I heard he's mad at me cause I'm poppin'. They don't wanna put some money in my pockets. It's okay, yeah. Either way, a hater always gonna hate, yeah. Mad at me cause I'm tryna feed my I'm supposed to make it out and I don't bring my No way, yeah. They ones and they here to stay, yeah. I heard he's always hating, said I never make it. I heard he's always talking with them. It's okay, yeah. It's okay, yeah. I heard he's mad at me cause I'm getting money. I heard he's mad at me cause he's on me. It's okay, yeah. It's okay, yeah.
I heard he tryna lie me, but I ain't no dummy. It's okay though, gotta do you really want it. I spent 13 on the ring and now I feel unlucky. Hey, she love my diamond ring, she said she wanna touch it. It's okay, I get 30K just to hit the stage. Sip, hit my Michael in my Michael James. I get cake, I cannot complain.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their teams to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Bell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but they lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Alex Okafor in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is caught. It's Bryant, and it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant from 17 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999?
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 62 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 2nd down, Ingram, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Ooh, so a little bit of an exhale after that one for the head coach. That looked like a mishit maybe of some sort, but he managed to get it over the bar.
I almost wonder if someone got a finger on it because it was a pretty atypical kick from a guy of his caliber.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. second down. Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Fresh set of downs here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We've seen him break off a big run. Ready in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. A.J. Klein from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. James has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with their 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. 10 yards still left on second down. 21, Breeze now. That's out to Hill, right side complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down following the run. From the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Joe Hayden with it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Okafor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Breeze. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Off the play fake, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
All right, here we go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On second down, here's Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Back to throw, Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Now Breeze, got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the Steelers set to take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Again, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. To throw is Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down following the incompletion. Breeze to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off is J.J. Wilcox. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed two, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Sean Davis with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Shoot. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Ben, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that my mommy.